Okay, my boys, we're ready for some Finks? Finka in the little land?
Ricin. Anthrax.
Remember, she's twitching.
Sarin gas. Ebola. VX gas. Chimera viruses.
The Chimera.
Some enemies are invisible.
Yes, yes, yes.
But the CBRN threat unit is Rainbow's shield against those enemies that can kill you with a single drop of blood.
Nanobots online.
Oh my god.
Coming in for Overwatch.
This is some craziness.
For one wrong breath.
Is it lagging? Alright, here we go. I'm telling you, man, I'm calling it. She's gonna shock you with the melee. Shocking you with the melee.
So that is a brief look at the two new operators that are coming with Operation Chimera. And let's start with Finka. Obviously, Finka is our Russian attack operator. And she is equipped with a global that we will be bringing in just a moment.
Exposed, though.
Really excited to showcase this global buff. Amelia, please tell us a little bit about the design intentions behind her unique gadget.
So we always want to try to expand the boundaries of the gameplay of Siege, try to conquer new territories. And this season, the theme of the season is global. What we mean by global is something that is map-wide and team-wide. Everyone, everywhere on the map will be affected by those effects. In Finka's case, we are exploring the possibility to provide a buff to your team.
So a global buff to your entire team. Let's
Doc,
see that in action.
attacker.
How does this gadget actually work? So,
okay, there goes the Finka. Oh, she gave everyone health.
Lower recoil, faster ADS time, increased reload speed. All around the board, you will be more efficient in your gunfight. You will be capable to win certain gunfight that you should not, and it will improve your efficiency for the entire team.
So
boys,
improve the efficiency for the entire team. How long does it last? About
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Oh, that's OP.
A few times as well. So let's take a look at how that charge looks like from the.
Everyone gets the buff.
Exactly. So in this specific example, we have Rush boosting her ally, where we have Finka boosting her ally. She will pick with the LMG to the window. She will get the kills with this increased accuracy. You see that the LMG that tends to have
this
is able to
too much.
Use it much more efficiently.
Yeah, so a lot more control on that recoil. For
too much.
LMG for Zofia. We were taking a look at her perspective. That's going to come into play in a lot of really interesting situations, but also. In that little clip, we saw a little boost to the HP bar. What's going on there?
Yes,
that's too much.
Justin, we also boost your allies' HP by 20 HP, which is not much, but it's all across the board, so it's very useful as well. This boost will also revive your friendly that are down. Like if your fantastic glass fell from the tower, you can bring him back.
Yeah, absolutely. And I hear the crowd really like
this is too much.
I like it too because I'm always falling off roofs. I'm so sorry to all my teammates that are out there. Anyway, so that's a look at how her gadget actually works.
Oh
Let's
my
take
god.
A look at her loadout. So what is she?
So the mentality, the philosophy here for Finka is really to embrace this support role. So it makes sense.
She's fast. Two speed is fast still.
On the average side of the spectrum, she works that way. She not too fast, not too short, but she needs to be able to intervene on all her teammates. But again, global effect means that she doesn't need to be positioned in a specific place to use it, so she doesn't really need to reposition to do the ability.
So she doesn't need that 3 speed to roam around.
Exactly.
The game might be broken.
Let's look at her armor and speed. What about her loadout? What about her primary and secondaries?
So since she's Russian, she comes with the classic shotgun and LMG that we know from a Russian operator, but she also has a new AR called the Sarich. That is a very interesting new AR that is not in Siege right now, but will be included with Finka.
Okay.
And quick question on that. Does she come equipped with the Russian sights?
Yes, she does.
So that's going to be really cool to see the first operator that we're introducing back into this Russian group, and she actually comes equipped with those Russian sights. So let's take a look as we always do. The breakdowns, the interactions with the other operators that we've already released. What is she a good counter pick to?
So the first good counter-break it's Ella. We know we're nerfing Ella next season. JB told you about that. But on top of that, we want to introduce also a counter. So a boost will allow her and her teammates to gain a resistance to concussion. It's not an immunity. It will just reduce the time and the duration of the effect and the intensity of said effect. So that way, if you push a bomb site and there might be concussion mine, you can actually have the upper end in the gunfight.
Forget about it.
As we hear the crowd going crazy for that reduced effect.
Oh my
and
God.
I think it's really important that there's two ways to really balance an operator. Either nerf them directly or introduce a counter.
This is...
Yes,
And that's really what Finka is becoming to Ella. And are there any other gadgets like that that she has some resistance to?
Yes, similar way, we have the
concuss.
flashbang. So it's also a resistance to flash from your
Oh, the
own team.
flash.
It's not at all ying. It's not an immunity. You don't see clearly through the flashbang. But if you want to push, synchronize with your teammate, you can flash and be less flash than what you should have been and try to gain this gunfight as well.
So obviously, normally a flashbang will
Wow.
bring out your entire screen.
Yes.
There we saw only a little bit
Wow.
of it, and it affects every single teammate that is impacted by this gadget.
Yeah, that is the important point. It's not just for you like King, it's all
Wow.
the team that can benefit for this reduced flash or concussion effect.
So that reduction is for team-wide across the board when that
Impressive.
effect is active. Now,
Impressive.
It seems like a pretty powerful gadget. Is there anything else that actually counters Finka?
Yes, of course, we have some counters when the first counter we offer is smoke.
Okay.
The reason behind it is if you are boosted with this adrenal boost, you will breathe faster. And if you breathe faster, the smoke canister will affect you a lot more. And as you can see, if you plant, yeah, that is a powerful effect.
Oh
That is,
my
you need to
God,
be very
okay, that's
careful if the
cool.
smoke is against you.
She definitely needs a
it's,
counter.
Just to be clear, that's
Oh my
30
goodness.
about 30 HP per tick.
Yes, that's right.
I don't think Smoke is happy about that.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
So obviously, the really strong counter to Finka is Smoke. 30 HP per tick is pretty powerful. Is there anything, I mean, so you mentioned that you're breathing faster, you're breathing
Inhaling.
stronger. Does that mean your heart's beating faster? As
Pulse.
Yes, Justin, you're correct. Good spot.
Well, the guy knows. The
Since
guy
your
works
heart
for
is
them.
beating faster, you will be able to spot someone under the effect of the boost from further away. The same way you used to with the pulse of the old days.
I gotta see
So
this.
here we're going to see Finka activate the ability,
And she gets spotted.
she gets spotted. OG Pulse mains rejoice, because that is going to be a nice callback to when Pulse had a little bit of a longer range. And so
Wow.
whenever a team, an attacking team member
Crazy.
has that ability active, Pulse is going to have a little bit of longer range to detect them.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a look at some of the counters to her, but also, can you remove this ability? Is there any gadget that removes the ability?
Yes, definitely. Since it's a
goo.
team boost, we need
Freaking
something
goo
to be
man.
able to stop it right away. The first one we offer is Lesion. If the Lesion mine affects you, all of a sudden the poison from a Lesion mine will counteract the effect of the adrenaline plant, and you will lose the HP, the bonus accuracy, everything you add with the effect of Finka.
So that's a really nice buff or counter for Legion, where
Wow.
he can counter Finka directly with anybody that steps on one of his mines with this ability active. They're going to actually have that removed.
This changed the
So,
game for
are there any
operators
other
on the
gadgets
attacking
like
side,
that
though. This
to
is...
remove this ability?
Yes, in a very similar fashion. Echo will be able to do that as well if you are under the effect of Finka. If you enter the site, if you get next to the yokai, it will be able to stun you, and this stun effect will remove the effect from the boost.
Okay.
So there you have it. Two ways to actually remove the ability.
Okay,
and
makes
two
sense.
Operators that can actually counter the ability. So that is a look at Finka. We're going to actually check out some pre-recorded video of her as I speak to Simon. Simon, break it down Finka for us. I mean, is this global buff
The
ability
Finka, man.
something that you guys are really excited about?
Yeah, we're really excited with introducing global abilities to Siege. I think Finka is going to be a really interesting addition to Siege, but don't be fooled by just the appearance. She's going to require a lot of coordination for your team to be able to pull off like flashy plays with her. We've had extended playtesting with it, and you need to be talking a lot, and you need to be playing a lot with your teammates to get things done. With
on Xbox, of course. Xbox fanboys.
How do you think that's going to play out in
I'm joking.
With the players are competing and coordinating on the highest level.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt that we're going to see some Finka action in Pro League. How fast we're going to see it, I don't know. I think players are going to need to warm up to the new mechanics. It's a huge game changer. She has a global. She can affect everyone everywhere, and it's not like it's non-negligible buffs that she brings. So I think they're going to have to study a lot the interactions.
Oh my
and
goodness!
How to coordinate attacks with
this spear. I like the spear.
Yeah, I think we will see her.
You mentioned this global ability. We've been talking about it. Is this something that you, as a game designer, are really excited about implementing into the game, this global buff?
Well, actually, we were toying around with how to.
This is crazy,
bring
guys.
Healing on attack.
And then look at this.
Back when we were designing Capitao,
how many does she have?
Actually, were at
1,
first,
2
healing darts. And that didn't work out because the attack is always split up, and it was really complicated for the Capitao to go everywhere and heal his teammates.
Could be 2.
And so and then we had to overheal, right? And Duck eventually got that because that didn't work out on Capitao either. The overheal didn't work, and so Duck got that. But then it's Capitao got. It didn't work out for Capitao, so we turned it into a global. It kind of snapped.
Hold on,
for
boyos.
us. We were like, all right, well then let's just make it with a device that everyone brings in when Finka's there on the team. And
so these are some of the ideas that you guys have been working on for a long time to really actually want to implement into the game, where there is an operator that brings a lot of support utility in terms of healing up operators and even reviving them from across the map, but also giving them, this more stable control over the weapon.
Yeah,
which I think is really one of the most interesting
that was a little friendly right there.
Of this ability is that you can actually impact the performance of your other teammates. Is that you can actually boost their performance.
Yeah, exactly. And the whole
challenge
here is to make it happen when it's the right time, because you're obviously going to get, if you're Finka and you're not talking to your teammate, you're going to boost teammates
are going to go crazy.
It's going to go to waste, and so it's how to make and it's how to be efficient with your team with Finka.
Yeah, and Emilian, as you worked on Finka, I mean, this is a really exciting moment to showcase to the community. What are your, how does it feel to showcase Finka for the first time?
All right, let's see Lion.
It's
come on, let's see some Lion.
And it ended up there. It's a long process developing an operator like that.
Lesion getting his little shine on. I like that.
Because of Dev name. And speaking of Dev, the way we do usually is we place a lot of things on the table, we toy with a lot of things, and then we filter this to something very specific.
Jesus, look at that
very
buff,
focused,
man.
It's not a very linear path.
Exactly.
There's
Poor
so
Doc.
many different elements that you guys are bringing into it.
When we tried a global buff for Finka, we tried a lot of things. For example, something that went out fairly quickly was buffing the speed, which meant literally for speed Ash, and that was we decided to remove this from Rush. And
Thank God.
I think the community would be really happy to not see that.
Exactly.
Thank God.
It's a good choice, and that's the way. Usually you push your operator as much as you can with a lot of things, and eventually you say, okay, this works well, let's keep it, and this do not work so well, so let's remove it from Rush, and then you craft her, and then you get to release, and it's super exciting, and we get to see what the player actually do with what you made.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, it's
gonna be crazy with like Zofia and like that buff
in the game. Is that something that you guys really try and push? Is that tactical aspect of Siege that is so important?
Yes, definitely. Coordination is super important. This is the two element with Finka. Is you've seen that this is team-wide, you need to be coordinated, and also it has super strong interaction. Like you need to know if there is a smoke, you need to know if there is a lesion. This is super important. And there is a reason behind it. As JB mentioned a bit earlier,
let's see Lion.
We want to introduce something new that you will hear a lot more tomorrow called the pick and ban. And in that context, having strong operation between operators means you don't need to know just your teammate, but you need to know everyone what they're doing.
Okay, I get it.
How you can interact with those things. And strong interaction, like Smoke Finka, like Legion Finka, or Ella Finka, this is super interesting for us.
Pushing the boundaries
Finks.
of coordination,
the
communication.
Okay.
So important to Rainbow Six Siege. That is Finka. So, without further ado, let's get on to
There
our
we go.
second operator.
The big boy.
Lion.
The big boy. The
Lion
Leon.
is from the French
Come on,
CPU,
Leon. Let's do
CPRN
this.
unit, and he comes equipped with what on the surface looks like an Intel gadget, but I think there is a little bit of depth here. And to explain that depth,
Hold on.
Simon, please break it down, the game design intentions behind Lion's gadget.
And so we were designing in terms of globals, and so we'll see now in action. There's the flying drone in the sky, and then he activates a tagging window where he can catch all of the defenders that are actively moving during that tagging window.
So he actually has this ability, and break it down to us exactly how it works.
And so you will start by getting a window of warning for all players on the map, and once it goes, there's a 4-second window, and if you are caught as a defender moving during that that time frame, you will get your position tracked in real time.
And I don't think we saw that just right on that first asset. So let's take a look at how it.
I missed it.
In action when he activates it for the
What
first
the
time.
hell?
So let's take a and actually we're going to take a look at it from the teammate's perspective.
What was it?
So
Yeah,
we're
and
taking
so
a
now
look
we're
at-
in
there we
the
go.
POV of Zofia, and she gets the
Holy
information, and she gets
wow.
an easy wall bang. There,
That's
thanks to
crazy.
great coordination between,
That's
her and
crazy.
Lion. And so that's all that I've been saying that, but it's all about coordination. But these globals, if you use them alone, they don't work out. You need to work with your team.
Yeah, so introducing another collaboration
Oh
element.
my
of course, that was
God.
from the perspective
We have
of the
Pulse
teammate when that's
2.0
activated.
attacker.
And that's, I mean, it's such a powerful tool to provide intel. But as I mentioned earlier, there is a little bit of depth here in terms of how that works on
But
the
is it
actual
only?
defender
Hold on.
side. And there's two different kind of states for the defenders: moving and standing still. So what happens when you're moving and Lion activates its gadget?
So when you're moving and Lion activates his gadget, we'll see now classic Ella roaming Watchtower, and she gets caught moving during that tagging window, and Lion can just swoop in and get the kill because he knows exactly where she is in real time until the time window ends.
So obviously, as you're moving, when you're moving this, and Lion activates his gadget, you're going to get that red line around you. But there is a way to sort of prevent this by standing still. What does that look like?
Wow.
It's a soft counter to the ability. You have a choice to
And then you just stop.
Still, and when you remain still, you do not get tracked. But now we see Pulse is wiggling around, trying to wiggle the angle, and he gets detected by Lion. But Lion is not careful.
Woo.
He did not see that Ella was there. And so it's not hard intel that Lion provides because you will never get 100% accurate information on all of the defender's position. So you need to use it wisely, pair it with droning to be efficient with it.
Pair it with droning to be efficient with it, and it really plays
That is
the
some
psychology of the defenders, and this is really kind of like
some of you may say it's a little bit lazy to have, okay, they're reusing kind of the specials here, like, okay, we have an attacking Pulse, or we have an attacking Doc. I don't know. You guys gotta let me know.
Dokkaebi, when your phone is ringing, as a defender, you have a choice to either answer it or let it ring and let it annoy you. With this gadget for defenders, you have the opportunity to either
But look,
run around,
that image behind him, he has a drone behind him.
stand still and play that waiting game.
Yeah, and when you pair that with droning, say you find someone in the bathrooms.
There has to be more to this operator.
And you call it to Lion to activate his ability. You know you have him there, and if he moves, you will 100% know. And so that's very valuable information paired with droning.
Absolutely, very valuable information. And what kind of situations does Lion shine?
Oh, man.
Well, he shines in many situations, but on the retakes, he's a monster. So now we see the little Jaeger coming for a nasty a nasty roam, but he gets denied instantly, and now they go in for the bomb plant. And
crazy.
We'll see Lion activate his ability, and now the defenders have to move, right? They need to retake this site, but Lion makes their life very
hard to use that that primary.
The information of the defenders trying to come back.
Maybe not that hard.
Strong way to prevent a retake. And as we saw on there, he has he can use it 3 times, right?
Yeah,
3 times.
How long does it last about?
So the time
5
window
seconds.
is 4 seconds. It's a
4.
3-second warning plus a 4-second active window, and there's a 10-second cooldown between each charge, so you cannot just chain tag.
So yeah, so you can't just spam this thing. There's actually, you have to wait 10 seconds in between.
Exactly.
So a little bit of a, you know,
Guaranteed the boy's gonna get nerfed. He's gonna get nerfed.
Yeah, and also like when in the round, like, do you want?
Oh,
to
and
keep it for
freaking
the retake
Finka.
as an attacker?
What was it?
Like,
20
do
seconds
you
for that
want
buff?
to,
That's gonna
use it
drop
to
down to
drone
15.
in, to drone yourself in to try.
They're gonna get
to
buffed.
Get information on the roamer.
Nerfed. Sorry,
really
they're gonna get nerfed hard.
And it's all up to your team to figure out when's the best time to use that.
Absolutely. So that's a look at his gadget. Let's take a look at the loadout. What armor and speed is it?
So he's a 2-2. He's a little beefy, but he's a 2-2.
Beefy
so
boy.
That felt like a natural fit for
That's a
him.
beefy boy.
Just a standard like loadout.
Jesus.
And what are his primaries and secondaries?
So his primary is the Chris 308, and he comes equipped with the other French weaponry, which is the 417 and the SGCQP, along with the P9, if I'm not mistaken, the LFP 586, and a Claymore and a flashbang.
Is this stream still
but
up?
now I hear
What?
you mean another vector, a drum magazine vector, but it's not that
That's
high
crazy,
ROF
it's still up.
because it shoots 308
I had no
bullets,
idea
right?
the stream was up.
And so it's the same kind of, it's the same weapons, the same technology that's used, but it's a really way less
So
rate of fire.
as with the vector that is on Mira, it's a little bit different. It's
Jesus,
not
man.
it doesn't have the same.
You guys gotta let me know.
No, it's I would say it's
With
much closer
Operation
to
Outbreak
an
coming,
LMG than
this
an-
is
an actual,
totally
like,
going in
a
this
high
final
ROF RPG.
Final Fantasy realm.
It's
going into the fantasy realm hardcore,
You know what?
and they're holding nothing back.
I'm going to be an attacker and defender with a vector.
You get to be a vector main now.
Oh,
Really cool. So,
This is sick.
Who is the best counter to Lion? How do we stop this?
There is a very hard counter to Lion, and
Ooh,
it's
mute. Okay.
If you are standing in the radius of a mute jammer, you are free to move, and you will not get detected. And so now we see a clever use of a mute who kept a jammer for him while he's roaming, and now he can wake up the angle, and Lion just.
That is crazy cool. Okay, all right. So mute players rejoice. You haven't been forgotten.
So,
You
guys,
haven't been
look
forgotten.
At Lion, we're going to play a little bit of some footage of Lion in action as we talk a little bit more about his ability. And now,
That's wild.
I just want to break it down because you did mention he has a 3-second ability that this is active, and you don't get the red lines when this is.
What about with Echo?
When you're standing still, but what does that?
Can you still
mean,
move with
actually?
the
Does it mean that
drone?
if you're rotating or aiming down sight, is that going to actually?
So yeah, it's
trigger
really like the rule is pretty simple. It's all about movement. You're free to do other things while you're in the window. You're free to rotate. You're free to aim. You're free to shoot. You're free to throw a C4. You're free to change stances. You're free to deploy a gadget. But
Pulse.
it's really about moving. You press that W. You tilt that joystick forward a little bit. You will get spotted instantly.
So really just about the movement. And Amelia, I want to turn
the
to
drone.
you. Is this kind of exciting thing to be releasing 2 attackers? I don't think that was really. I think we need to. Really
Oh, wait, that's
get that
Pulse.
Where both Lion and Finka
Was he drop
are
shot? Was he attempting a drop
attackers.
shot?
And how do you think that's going to impact the meta?
It's a very good point. It is something very new for us to introduce 2 attackers, so it's a bit of a new way to address the season, and we don't really know how it will work. We do intend to balance it out by introducing 2 defenders later this year. Yeah, 2 attackers is very interesting. That will bring 2 new ways to handle the meta for one side. So
He's
yes,
going to be
defense will
amazing
a
on
bit of a
ranked.
disadvantage
I
right
can
now,
tell you that
but based
right
on our
now.
data, currently defense
These
is winning a
operators.
bit more, so I'm not too afraid on how impactful that might be. It will require people to apprehend new ways to play the same round. So that's going to be interesting.
And now, as we've seen with both Finka and Lion now, these kind of global abilities, global buffs, is this sort of a trend that you guys are really excited about implementing into the game where we have this really kind of teamwork and collaborative work with the operator's abilities?
Yes, well, collaboration is always
Lesion.
on our mind for
That little
every
Lesion boy
effort
try to
we make
run.
support to Siege. It's super important for us. But globals in themselves, it's more like a theme for
Hold
the
on.
season that we kind of introduced.
Okay, this is on console.
KB earlier, but this is really the thematic of that season is the global effect. It doesn't mean that
Just had to reassure that. I said Xbox earlier. Just had to make sure.
We are trying to explore something new. and we're really looking forward to see how that new gameplay area will affect the meta.
Yeah, and not only really kind of affect the meta on the
Hi,
defender side,
hi,
but also
hi,
on the
hi.
attacker side. I mean, we really need to think about how the attackers
Look
are
at this.
moving in, coordinating in, and pushing.
You could have
into a
wall banged them right there, buddy.
As these players are moving along. And one thing that's really kind of interesting with Lion's gadget is that you have this choice as a defender.
Oh my God, these
whether
are
or
some
not to
scrubby
give that
boys.
attacker the
I'm
intel.
kidding.
Is that
These are the
something that
devs
you guys
playing,
are
obviously.
really kind of interested in evolving it, which is more the psychology of the game. As a defender, do I move? Do I run?
I mean, yeah, we've been looking at this kind of psychology. I mean, as Emilien said, we're
Round 7.
We're really focusing on bringing new gameplay to Siege. We believe that's a way to keep a game fresh, and we're just as designers. I mean, like, this is really exciting. We want to bring new kinds of gameplay. Like, Siege is never going to stay the same for long. We're always going to be changing the formula a bit.
I do like that. It's not going to get stale, and I appreciate that.
And yeah, get ready for it.
Get that angle? You're going to get that angle?
I think as soon as players get comfortable, you guys come in and just like mess it all up.
Exactly.
Especially whenever somebody asks me why doesn't Bandit or Jaeger have the ACOG anymore. You know, it's because we like to change things up a little bit.
Well, we have competitiveness at heart too, you know. We can identify when
oh
some
my
things,
God, this
some things
Lion
we
guy.
introduce new rules. We just
This
like
guy is just too much.
Keep players on their toes.
Oh my God.
Players on their toes with the addition of Finka.
Waiting for the nerfs already. I'm waiting for the nerfs.
So that is a look at our 2 new operators coming with Operation Chimera on March 6th. Please give them a big round of applause.
Wow.
Simon Emilien.
Wow. Look at these guys. Look at these docs.
But that is not all, of course. With Operation Chimera, we always release a few new cosmetics, and we are also releasing an Ash Elite skin.
Yes, the free Ash Elites.
For
yes.
all players, as long as you play 1 game before March 6th, you can get this free Ash Elite skin, which we'll be talking about tomorrow during the Outbreak panel, which is really cool.
It's okay.
And of course, we
it's
also
okay.
have customized BDUs for both Finka and Lion, which play within the theme of the operation and really customize them from head to toe, which is really great. They look incredible. This is a look at Finka, and here's a look at Lion.
Finka,
well,
I don't know.
His new season.
Oh my God, this Lion boy. Hello, Rook really 2.0 with the.
And of course, with Operation Chimera, there's going to be a ton of fixes and game improvements. You can look for the patch notes launching on
general tweaks and improvements. Game health, player comfort,
just after this
balancing
this weekend. So, without further ado, that is Operation.
Oh my God,
Please
guys!
Give a big round of applause to my guests live on the test servers on
February
19th, Monday, and live in game for Year 3 Pick Season.
Dude, that's the real Pulse like actor.
Don't go anywhere.
That's him.
We have an exciting matchup between Evil Geniuses and Rogue. But first, let's check out this video.
There are 2 formidable new attacking operators in government-issue yellow suits coming to Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, great. I see it.
Do not be alarmed if you suddenly
that
feel
went
a
up
burst
real
of
fast
health,
on YouTube.
experience drastically reduced recoil, or feel that you can see through walls.
All right, so we got this already, guys. Let's leave it nice and
Operation Chimera.
Let's leave it nice and ready. Here we go. Here we go.
Home in
Never mind.
Cooperative and competitive situations.
Guys, girls, don't care who you are, what you associate yourself with. I want you to listen up. I said it before. The game has been changed with the inclusion of Dokkaebi and VG. The game has been changed. I take that back. I retract that statement. The game now, oh crap, has officially been changed. We have attacking operators that affect the team. Globally, right? I don't like the term globally. Just say the whole team, but it is what it is. Crazy. We have an attacking Doc and a Pulse. What the hell? That operator? Finka? You can have steady aim, pretty much. Aim down quicker? My nose. My nose is dripping. My nose is... I'm not even joking. My nose is dripping. And that's... And Lion. As soon as these operators come out, the nerfs are coming. You know how we have a day one patch? We're going to have a day one nerf. This is just OP. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about you. You let me know down below. Also, if you're wondering why I'm in a green screen, technically blue screen, and I'm cut off here, it's weird. As this was going on, I was streaming, and I'm still streaming on Twitch right now. So I'm going to have to stop the stream, chop this video up, and have this out. But yeah, this is crazy. This is John from The Invasion Show. Saying peace, peace. Finka and Leon just changed this damn game chicken grease.